5K is not beans to some people. What they don't realize is that what is considered fine or what is considered like beautiful depends on the trends of the time. And if you don't have the money to follow the trends of the time, you are on your own. Hi, I'm Miss Rubble and welcome to my channel. So, growing up, that magical stage where you grow up, become hot, and then you shame all your haters that were calling you ugly. You know, where you go from the ugly goose into like the beautiful swan. Every teenager expects that at one point they will finally grow out of their awkward like teen puberty stage and like just turn up hot and everything. As like the expectation of everybody, where like the acne, pimples, like what they call it, hyperpigmentation, every single thing will just disappear with them leaving their teen years behind. But then you leave that teen stage and you find out that for some reason you didn't get the glow up that everybody else seems to have gotten. You are still like the ugly duckling, no swan for you. And that's when the bubble bursts and you discover the truth. To get like the swan moment of your dreams and glow up, you finally discover that it doesn't come for free. You have to pay in one way or the other to finally become like beautiful by societal standards. To be deemed beautiful, you have to shill out the money, man. You have to pay cash. You don't just wake up one morning and then discover that, oh, I'm beautiful now. No, you have to pay to get like to be defined as beautiful by like the beauty standards, or to find as beautiful as the swan by the society. If you don't believe me, I got a list online of like a few basic things you need if you want to glow up. Number one is to have a basic skincare routine. Now, first of all, do you know how much things like cleansers, toners, scrubs, both like lip scrub, there's body scrub, there's face scrub, you're not supposed to mix them up. Moisturizer, there's face cream, there's body cream, lotions, toners, sheet masks. Yes, and I can go on. Do you know how much they cost? These things are not cheap. And they don't get me even started on like the cheap items or the budget items. Cheap to who exactly? Cheap is like relative based on your salary and sometimes even based on your like country and even like exchange rate, and also based on where it is produced, because something might start off as more affordable in the country it is produced, and then that thing has to be shipped like to other countries. They have to factor in shipping costs, they have to factor in like fuel costs, they have to factor in different things that the price is starting off at from where it is being bought. It's not the price it's going to end up at in the in the countries it's sent to. I'm not even talking about the profit that some people usually put on their goods. Sometimes the profit sef can even be times 2 of the price of the goods. So cheap to who exactly? Let us know, please. $15 now. I forgot, is it Pixie Tonic toner or something? Is $15. $15 is about like roughly 9,000 naira for a toner. It will not cost like some people to blink. I admit that some people do not care. They drop their money like straight up. It will not shake them or shake their bank account at all in any way. But to some other people, that 9,000 naira is like money that they need for food, money that they need for transport, for bills, or like for basic necessities of life. So when you are telling people like, oh, this thing is cheap, this thing is drugs, or this thing is affordable, affordable to who exactly? Cheap in relation to what exactly? Some people don't have the money to pay for all these things, but I know sometimes it's hard for other people to get that people don't necessarily have the money. And when you say budget, it might be budget to you. You might be able to drop like 9k or 10k on like one particular product and you will not blink. But there are other people that 10k sef to even buy food in a month is really really hard for them, and they are not finding it easy at all. Another thing on the list was like have a full night's sleep, or like sleep 7 to 8 hours a day. I know that might seem like something basic. Sleep 7 to 8 hours a day, I get, is like normal advice. But the truth is that if you want to face reality, a lot of people, in fact more than the average amount of people, work multiple jobs a day. And some people, even in addition to those their multiple jobs, still like go to school along with that. So sleeping the full 7 to 8 hours a day is actually a luxury for some people, because by the time you work like 2 or 3 jobs, you still have to go to school, and then you come back, you have assignments, you have to study, you have to read. Where exactly do you have the time to sleep? Sometimes eating is even a problem to some people. By the time you stay up at night and you are thinking about how you're going to make money, how you're going to get your daily bread, trust me, sleep will not even come sef. You might not even sleep that night at all. Just ask most Nigerians how they are faring nowadays, because just to get the money, like the way you have to work to get the money to just take care of yourself and to just live is a huge problem. Like takes a lot of time, not to talk of thinking about I'm going to sleep 7 to 8 hours a night. Most people have to do it like 3 to 5 hours a night, because there's just no time for them to do every single thing within the same 24 hours that everybody has. The next one was up your fashion style. Like change up your fashion, keep like wear trendy clothes, keep in trend. You see where I'm going with this? Buying clothes, even if it's thrift clothes, is not exactly like cheap to everybody. Even at some thrifts now in Nigeria are more expensive than the ones you even find in boutiques sef. Like you will be like, shebi this thing is thrift, how much is this top? Is 6k 7k as thrift. How much exactly will I spend if I go to boutique? Instead of going to boutique, shey I will not just, instead of like buying thrift of 6k, shey I will not just go to boutique like this. And that's just the truth of the matter. You can just easily open your mouth and tell somebody, change your fashion, wear more trendy clothes just to fit in and to grow up. But the truth is that these things are not something that is affordable, something that a lot of people can just drop money on. The newest clothes, the newest like bags, newest shoes, newest cosmetics. A lot of people are struggling just to get by, not to talk of their thought is that, okay, once I get my salary, I will buy a new hair, like a new wig, or I'll do braids, or I'll buy shoe, I'll buy bag. Most people, when they get, before they even get the salary, they already finish spending the salary based on how they are budgeting, how they are going to pay for rent, pay for food, pay for this, pay for that. So just telling people, up your fashion style. Well done here, everybody has money like you. The next on the list was joining a gym. Joining a gym is actually like, gyms are not as cheap as some people seem to think. Most gyms, I think the cheapest I've seen like an actual gym, like full on equipment and like trainers, because you can't just randomly show up in the gym and just start pulling weights and this thing. You might not know what to do. It's like, I think the cheapest I saw was like 5k that I've seen, rather it was like 5k. And like I said earlier, I've said like 10,000 times in this video, 5k is not biz to some people. People would really rather just stay at home and then jog around the compound, or use skipping rope around like compound or something, or sit down, get YouTube videos. YouTube is free. Get YouTube videos and you do like exercises you find online that don't involve like something serious that you need equipment for. And that's honestly like what a lot of people do. The last on the list was to get organic food and multivitamins. Multivitamins alone, few people even go to like pharmacies and check price tag. Multivitamins alone are not cheap. Multivitamins are expensive. I used to take Weltin Her, like when I was like previously a few years back. Weltin Her was even like the Weltin brand sef was even one of the more affordable out of every out of multivitamins that I've seen. I used to say like it's effective. It was, I think it was even around like, is it 5,000 naira or 4,000 naira or so, and it's like a month at a time. You get a month batch at a time. Like I think I've said it 1,000 times in this video. Most people don't have the money. So and the thing is that when people are teenagers, when they're younger, they don't know these things, so they just think that, oh, it's the fine stage that like is the fineness comes after teenagehood, or fineness comes after puberty is over. You leave your awkward stage and you suddenly become hot. What they don't realize is that what is considered fine or what is considered like beautiful depends on the trends of the time. And if you don't have the money to follow the trends of the time, you are on your own. So that's the end of today's video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe and comment on today's video, and also don't forget, you're beautiful just the way you are. Bye.